Hi, and welcome to Cooking with Suzy Q. Today we are going to make some chicken flautas, some chicken rolled tacos. It's super easy and super fast, and they are super good. So the first step is going to be, we are going to turn on our pan so the oil I'm so sorry, I have my helper here. We are going to turn on the oil so it will start heating up. So to make our flautas, we are going to need some chicken breast shredded. I already cooked it and shredded. I like to cook my chicken breast, of course, with the boiling water, some garlic, some salt, and some onion. And then I take it out, I let it cool down, and I shred it. And we're going to need some corn tortillas, but they're tortillas for tacos because they're like a little bit thinner. And we're going to need some lettuce, some tomato, and some avocado, cottage cheese, and a little bit of milk. So the next step is we are going to grab maybe, I want to say 4 tortillas. We are going to put them in a Ziploc bag and we're going to put them in the microwave for 30 seconds because we want to make them soft. That way we have the way to roll up our taco, our flauta. So we're going to put them 30 seconds. And I'm going to grab some toothpicks so we could close them up. As soon as they're done, we're going to bring them over here. And we are going to make our flauta. We're going to put the chicken in the tortilla. And we are going to see they get soft in the microwave, and we are going to roll it up and put a toothpick in there so it could hold it together. We are going to do this same step over and over again till we are done with our chicken. I like to use this tortilla. It's the Arizona corn tortilla for tacos because it is super thin. And when you deep fry them, it doesn't get that much of oil. Okay, so I am done rolling up the flautas, the chicken rolled tacos, flautas, chicken flautas, however you want to call them. So our next step is we are going to bring them over here where our oil is. And I already made a plate with some paper towels. So the ones that are already done and deep fried, we are going to put them there so the excess oil could come off. We're going to put them in here. And I am already cooking some red rice. I'll show you how to do it in another recipe, but I like to serve like 4 flautas and some red rice on the side with lettuce, tomato, or it's delicious. And I am going to make a guacamole so we could put on top of the flautas. So we are going to deep fry them. And while those are frying, we could start making our guacamole. So for the guacamole, we are going to need the cottage cheese, maybe 1 cup of cottage cheese. Half a cup of whole milk, or you could use 2% if you like, it doesn't matter. We just use the milk so we could make it a little bit more like, how do you say it? I'm sorry, my English is bad. And then we put in our avocados. I am not done with my guacamole yet, but I'm back to the flautas because I do not want them to burn. They are already golden brown, so I am going to flip them, turn them around, and let them dry on the other side. Let them fry. So sorry. I gotta work on my English. And And I already put in the milk, the cottage cheese, and the avocados. A little bit of salt. And a tiny bit of lemon juice. It's gonna give it a really nice taste. You just squeeze it in there. You could use lime or yellow lemon. It doesn't matter as long as it's lemon. And we are going to blend it. And it is done. So the milk was to make it more like runny, you can say. It's super delicious. And we are going to put this guacamole on top of our flautas. I took my flautas out already because, as you can tell, they are already golden brown. A nice golden color on both sides. And I put more in. Now we are going to cut the lettuce and the tomato. So we are going to cut our lettuce, and then we are going to make sure we wash it very well. So that's why I grabbed this buddy right here. And I like to cut the lettuce for my flautas as thin as I can. I think it gives it a better taste and a better presentation when you cut it thinly, nice and thin. Okay, so we are done with cutting our lettuce. They say I try to cut it as thin as I could. So now I am going to wash it very well and then let the excess water drain. And come back and cut our tomatoes, and we are almost done. Our flautas are still frying. I think the other flautas that I put in, I think they are done. So I'm going to put my lettuce aside. I'm going to take out the flautas that were frying. And I'm going to put in some new ones while I go cut our tomatoes. So as you guys can tell, we could do everything at the same time. We don't have to stay here frying our flautas. If we just keep an eye on them, it's fine, as long as they don't burn. Of course, we don't want them to burn. So I'm going to put more flautas in. And let me rinse my cutter, my board cutter. Cutting board. I'm so sorry. I'm going to rinse my cutting board. I really need to learn English. I'm so bad with my English. And again, I'm sorry. But I want all those cookers out there that want to cook some Mexican food. Want to show you guys that we all can make some nice Mexican food. Rinse out my tomato again. And that tomato, I am going to try to cut it in small squares. As small as you guys can. I'm gonna put my little container on the side. So we have our guacamole, we have our lettuce, we're cutting our tomatoes, and our flautas are frying, our rice is cooking. You guys could deep fry all the flautas. It doesn't matter, you just leave them on the side, and every time you're going to make a plate, they're already there. They're ready to serve. So we are done frying all our flautas. Just gonna take out the last ones that were being fried, and we are going to make our delicious plate of rolled chicken tacos. I'm gonna turn this off now. I hate that noise, but you have to leave it on or else my alarm goes on. Okay, I'm gonna put the oil to the side, and we are going to make our plate. So to make our plate, we are gonna need to get our rolled flautas, our tacos, and of course take the toothpick out. Because if we leave the toothpick, imagine what can happen. So I'm gonna put 3 on my plate. And I'm going to grab some delicious red rice. Put it on the side. Okay, so after we are done putting the rice, we are going to put the guacamole on top of our flautas. And then some lettuce, tomato, and we are going to grind some cheese. It could be any choice of cheese. It could be mozzarella, it could be fresh cheese. I like this one. We are done with our delicious rolled chicken flautas, rolled chicken tacos or chicken flautas. I don't know how you guys want to call it. If you guys like how I cook, how I make my food or my recipes, please do not forget to do share, like, or subscribe. So let's taste them now. Let's see how they taste. Let me see. Oh my God.